saw something in me, he believed in me, and I was in New York like 3 months later filming Def Comedy. So the same show that inspired me, I ended up getting on it right after.
Yeah, even though our cameraman's late, my homie, Affion Flex, Crockett is in the building. We're gonna talk about Haunted House 2, scary movie 2.
The love from
Did I say it right?
from the campus.
Okay. So we about to get into the show. Flex is in the building. See, I said Flex earlier. You're like, who?
Yeah. They don't know about that. They don't know about that side.
They don't.
You know what I mean? It's funny, I was on 106 in Park earlier in the week, and I did the Nene.
Yeah.
And that's where you can see the flex come out. Because what they don't know is Affion Crockett is really flex. I'm a dancer first.
Right.
That's my origins of entertainment. And I honed it right here at Fayetteville State University.
Yes, indeed.
And all around this city of Fayetteville, North Carolina. This is my home. This is my folks. I don't shy away from that. I'm always shouting my people out, and I come home when I can, and here I am.
Yeah, man, it's great to have you home.
Absolutely.
You know, always representing.
And you know, me and you go back like car seats. I've known Ray Thomas over 20 years, so it's like we still in the game. We still looking 20 years old. We good.
Except I got a little bit more gravy.
You got a little graze on you. You know what I mean?
But it's all good.
It's all gravy.
You know, sugar, spice, and all things nice.
It's just salt and pepper, man. You know what I mean? That's distinguished.
Also, you were Mr. FSU.
Absolutely.
While you were here too. So
I was the first Mr. FSU. Yeah, there's some things, man. I tell the students all the time, like we was doing a meet and greet earlier, and I was just shaking hands, and some of them are like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I stayed in Bryant Hall, like all 4 years. Like, I'm here. This is home for me. You know what I mean?" And again, it's like I don't have the opportunity to come back every year or all year long, and spring breaks and all that kind of stuff, or homecoming. But I need to let it be known that I went to school here. There's nothing magical about me. There's nothing magical about J. Cole. It's like we are just two guys from Fayetteville who said, I believe I can do that entertainment thing. And we just honed our craft and went to we moved out. You know, you gotta move out.
Yeah, exactly.
He went to New York, I went to LA, and you gotta move away to go where the industry is. So whatever you wanna do, if you wanna sell oranges, you gotta go to Florida. You know what I mean? If you wanna get into that market, you go to Florida to sell oranges. If you want to sell tobacco, you stay in North Carolina.
Right.
If you want entertainment, you go to LA first, and then if you want to do theater entertainment, you go to New York. Or music, absolutely.
All right. Also, speaking about music, a lot of people may not know this about you as well, that you're a very accomplished artist.
Man, you know, well, I'm a comedic artist as far as on the music side. Like I've done some things as far as mixtapes and collaborations with artists that we all love, like Talib Kweli and the Chino XLs and you know, guys, you know, in the industry that, you know, Method Man, Redman, all the guys that came up in our era, the golden era of hip hop heads. And yeah, you know, I love to do the MC thing also, but that skill led to my parodies. A lot of people know me for the parodies, the Jay-Z spoofs and the Drake parodies and the 2 Chainz and the Lil Waynes and the Eminem. So all of that rhyme skills that me and Uzi D, you know, our good friend Jeff, we was always rhyming and producing beats and all that, but I figured out a way to make it comedic, you know, and that's what
to fit your niche.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what separated me from everybody on Wild 'N Out too, you know. On MTV is like, I'm competing with about 12 other cast members every show. So I said, how am I gonna make myself different? So I capitalized on the voices, and then when we did the Wild Style at the end, I said, I make sure everything I write is gonna be funny, but concise, working. That's really the key. There's no magic to it. You have to keep working.
I'm looking at my interns and
it's quiet in here, huh?
Yeah, like the chirp, chirp, chirp.
We're listening to some
We're listening
right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's also your opportunity to ask the questions that you've always wanted to ask.
All right, I have a question. Your whole story about LA, that's my main goal. Well, not my main goal, one of my goals. It used to be my main goal until I got caught up in all these trials and tribulations. Like, maybe that's not the route.
So let me ask you this.
Right.
I hear you using words like used to be, kind of like. What's your main goal?
My main goal is to find one thing find one thing that I'm good at, and then everything will start branching out. Like here, like my main goal is to be, I guess, a journalist, like music.
All right, let's turn the music down real quick, Mr. Thomas. I love Music Soul Child, but let me go to church real quick for these interns. Right now, it starts with your speech. Whatever you say, you will have. If you say, I'm sick, I'm tired, I'm broke. If you say these things, they will manifest in your life. You understand that, right?
Right.
Speak over yourself what you want. So you have to start changing your speech and saying, stop saying, I guess, I kinda wanna, I maybe. Say, no, I am, and my goal is, and I will do. You have to change your speech because the power of life and death is in the tongue. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna take y'all to the Bible. I don't know what y'all religious beliefs are, but I'm just gonna use it for example's sake, okay? In Genesis, it says that God created the earth. He spoke it into existence. He spoke the mountains. He spoke the waters. He spoke everything into existence for 6 days. And the seventh day he rested. It didn't say God put on work boots and gloves and overalls and he took a hammer and he built the earth. It didn't say that. It said he spoke it. So we are created in his image. Again, whichever God you serve, whichever God you believe, we are created in the image of a higher creator. And creator means that we create by how we speak, not by what we do with our hands. So what is your main goal? What do you love to do?
Entertain.
In what way? Like, give me something specific.
Well, I did want to go to comedic rap, okay?
So you're a comedian. You're funny.
No, I'm funny, but I don't think I could be, well.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Ray Thomas, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to teach the kids right now.
I don't want to get on stage and do the whole thing.
Why
I
not?
want to be.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask you again, okay?
Right.
What do you love to do? What do you want to do, and what do you love to do?
I love to entertain, write about music. I love to do everything. That's my problem.
Okay, so let's just say you're an entertainer.
Right.
I'm about to bless you because I do everything also.
Right.
And I understand what you mean by saying you get confused sometimes and it's hard to choose which one you want to do. I dance, I write, I rap, I act, I produce music, I direct, I edit, I'm a stand-up comedian, I'm a martial artist. I do 1,000 things, right? At some point, if you hone all those skills, at some point they will all merge and you'll be able to use them effectively and they'll flow together. But what I'm saying is this, you do definitely have to start with one thing that's attainable right now that you can start, building blocks towards getting and then branch out eventually. But you have to pick the thing that you love. What's the thing that keeps you up at night where you could lose sleep over? That's the thing that you do. Most people call it a hobby. So you'll go to your 9 to 5 every day and you'll get, sick and you'll get stressed out and your body starts hurting because you're sitting in traffic and you're going to a job that you don't even want to be at because this other thing that you love to do is sitting in your garage and you're like, I can't wait to get home so I can just find some peace and just do this hobby real quick. I'm going to build this little Matchbox car or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
That hobby is what you're supposed to do as a career. But the system don't teach you that because they want you to make them wealthy and get in the system of, making their, and no knock to them, thankful for the opportunity, but you can create your own system. You can create your own wealth and follow your passion because that's where you're going to be the most fulfilled.
And it's funny that you say that because that's called positive reinforcement because these are things we talk about all the time. All the time, right?
Right.
He's like, comedian, huh?
Yeah.
Jokes.
You got something big happening right now as well, too.
Yeah. We are promoting a haunted house too. It's just a silly movie, you know what I mean? All that deep stuff I just said, this movie counteracts all of that. It's just an opportunity for me to be silly because that's what I love. I love to make people laugh and I'm teamed up with Marlon Wayans. Like, that's the dude that I looked up to, when I was in college and when I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the comedic thing and what route I wanted to take. He's the skinny, wiry member of the Wayans family who was younger and more hip hop.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he hip hop and he's funny. And that's what made me, so now that we are working together, and this is a part 2, a second movie we have together, it's just a great chance for he and I to just do our thing. And then there's other funny people in it, Gabriel Iglesias, Jamie Presley from My Name is Earl. It's a lot of people in the movie, and Cedric the Entertainer, of course. That's the big homie.
Yeah.
And it's a funny movie, and I wanted to come back and do an event for Fayetteville State, because I'm always getting tweeted and Facebook, and they're like, hey man, can you come back? Well, I heard you might have went here, but can you maybe stop by and say something, shout us out online or something? I said, no, I'm gonna just come back.
Right.
And I want to do a free screening for, I think we got about 220 seats.
Okay.
So sign up. It'll be tonight at 11 o'clock. And again, I just want to do that for y'all.
Right. That's going to be at the Market Fair.
At the Carmike.
The Carmike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the movie comes out this Friday. And, I know y'all college students, but if y'all got some change in your pocket, go to the movie on Friday, because in Hollywood it really makes a difference, especially for black movies, that we get that support that opening weekend. So this Friday, tell all your friends and family. If y'all can't go, tell your family members to go and go see the movie and get a good laugh in. This Friday, the 18th, A Haunted House 2. And I also have a movie coming out later in the year with Kevin Hart called The Wedding Ringer.
Okay.
It's like the male version of Bridesmaids. It's crazy. When I tell you, it's an ensemble cast. But Kevin basically plays a guy who has to hire groomsmen for guys who don't have no friends.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I'm one of the crazy groomsmen in there.
Perfect work.
And me and Kev go way back too, so this is our first time working together, like officially in a film. So it's gonna be fun, man. We got some things cooking. I don't always get to do events like this at school, but I come back, I see Miss Council, and rest in peace, Mr. Caraway. I know we just lost him.
Right.
But those people are staples here. I just went to the CAF and seen Mom.
Oh, okay.
Man, Mom was here when I was here, and I love Mom. She used to send us back to our room, but we didn't have our IDs, and we couldn't eat lunch that day or that minute. She'd be like, don't be trying to come in here. You ain't got your ID card. You better have your ID card now. That ain't your ID card. Yes, that's Mom. Mom was hard on us, but we loved her, man. Like we would catch her on those days where we just make her laugh, and she just take the meanness off, and she'd be like, go on in there now. You better have your ID tomorrow. If you don't have that ID, you not gonna have no food. Love Mom, man. Shout out to Greg Moy too. It's a lot of people, that again are still here, and it's because they love you guys. You know what I mean? They showed me the same love, and it encouraged me to be where I am today, and I can never forget that. I will never forget that. I'll always come back. Anytime they pick up the phone and need me, I'm there. So you guys gotta have the same attitude. Once you become the entertainer that you believe that you can be, once you become that cardiac surgeon and personality that you believe you can be, never forget home.
And the reason why I bring that up, and because we have our alum, Mr. Titus Farrell. He's actually video recording what we're doing here this afternoon, and he's an aspiring actor, videographer, editor, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I just want you to share some words with him, because it's always important to give back, even whether you're an alum or you're a current student, and all that kind of stuff, because we're always attempting to help the next person get to where their true potential is.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's just that one thing that inspires you to get that boom.
Right.
Or in that right direction. Same way you just blessed my man Travis Bless over there.
Yeah. I would say
he's a very talented guy right there too. He's bringing the camera straight over to you.
Right in my face. World star close. Yo. So I would say the same thing to you, brother. I'm gonna look in the camera so you can edit this and play it over and over and loop it. I'm an editor too. You put a filter on it, you know what I mean? Transitions. But I say utilize the platform. Right now, I didn't have YouTube when I was in school, but now YouTube is the open platform that the world can see your video in like 3 seconds. So start whatever it is you love to do, whatever it is you love to film. If you have ideas for some type of a show or talk show, if you want to create a show with her, talking about, or them two co-hosting, talking about health or talking about entertainment and health, talking about, y'all can create whatever y'all want. Y'all know that, right? Right now. Y'all don't have to wait for anybody. You don't have to wait for any opportunity. Create it now. Create it online, and with your expertise of directing and editing and producing, create it now and make it look great. you can take that footage to a cable access, you can take the WRAL, you can take these things and believe in yourself and say, here, this is a show that we want to do and we want a picture. You're not going to always get a yes, but you got to go ask 50 times, sometimes 100, sometimes 1,000 to get that yes. And it can be something that leads to TV. You know what I mean? I've sold a show before to a major network just off of videos that I did online. So start with what you have in the palm of your hand. You have a camera. I'm sure you have a computer. Utilize that and start creating now. Don't wait and say, well, I'm gonna just go work for the school and just shoot a couple of things, but I'm hoping I get a big break. Create your break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
He's like, yeah, that's what's up.
And then he ran off. I saw that. He's like, oh, all right, cool.
I'm about to go do it now.
Right.
And I appreciate that because it's funny that you think about things nowadays that back then we weren't thinking about. One day we'll be sitting down and giving people this advice, this advice of life, and just sharing, and I think that's the important thing that students need to understand, man, because I think with me being here, a lot of times, when you say things repetitively over and over again, it becomes like, it's Thomas again on his pulpit, blah, 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 doing this thing. Because actually, every student that's actually in this room, except for this young man that I just met now, I've had some sort of involvement.
Right.
And I've kind of shared something, I believe, with each of y'all.
And you probably said the exact same thing I said, but again, when they see you every day and they're familiar, they're like, yeah, that's like you said, that's just Mr. Thomas, he just talking,
But it's great to get positive reinforcement.
Absolutely.
Because it helps to let them know that, okay, well, maybe he is, trying to
let me say this. Do y'all know who this man is? No, do y'all really know who Ray Thomas is? Let me explain something. This dude is, you have radio hosts out there now, like the Angela Yees and the DJ Envies. I'm sure y'all watch all those shows on World Star, the Breakfast Club, and Funk Master Flex. For Fayetteville and in this North Carolina region, he's one of the first celebrity radio guys. Everybody know Ray Thomas. I just want y'all to know that, so that y'all just look at him as Mr. Thomas, the teacher or instructor. Like, he's definitely like a pioneer. I mean, he was instrumental in helping me out with some things, like shouting me out on the radio, and when it was just me and the twins dancing, and like that stuff means something to me. Like that, he's not just a guy here with, that's trying to tell y'all something, and don't take the words he's saying for granted, because he knows everybody. You may not believe everything he's saying, but it's like, because you see him every day, he's attainable to you. But I'm telling you, he knows everybody, and he's had the experience.
Heat that beat up. Heat that beat up. Ray Thomas on your radio. Yo, the world famous Ray Thomas variety show. Ray Thomas on your radio. Yo, the world famous Ray Thomas variety show. If you've been listening to the same old hand-me-down lame-old radio show, check my man Ray Flow.
Broncos for life. That's what it is. Attitude. Broncos. I had to do it real quick, man.